welcome back, and today it's time for another tutorial, and today we are using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this palette. This is a special palette for me. Daniel bought this palette for me when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and bless his heart, he went into like 3 or 4 Ultas by himself looking for this palette. So that's commitment right there, ladies and gentlemen. But I love this palette. It's an absolute joy to work with, and I did create another kind of cranberry and gold eye, but where the last one we did with the Wet n Wild Velour Vixen was very cat eye and elongated. This one is definitely more of a rounded look. We used a different type of lash. We used a different technique. It's still a beautiful smoky eye. So if you're not somebody who likes that kind of cat eye look, this is definitely another option where you can incorporate all of those colors, and I wanted to show you just a different take on that kind of theme. So if you guys like this look, like this take on it, and want to see how I got it, then stick around and I'll see you after the tutorial. Alright guys, we're going to start off by priming our eyes with our Wet n Wild, our Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is just the original. I'm just going to spread that on with my finger. And I am going to push this underneath the eye as well, since we will be smoking this out quite a bit. And to carve out the brow, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. And just taking a Wet n Wild concealer brush, I'm just going to smooth that out and blend it into the rest of the primer. Just like this to create a really, really clean brow bone area. Now I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics V6 brush. This is from their vegan line, and we're going to go into the shade Tempura. We're going to pick that up, and we're just going to use that to set the primer. Now we're going to pick up a BH Cosmetics V5 brush, and we're going to go into this really beautiful shade called Buon Fresco. Beautiful mauve transition shade, and we're just going to start laying that down and just blowing it out. You can build this color up as much as you would like. I'm going to start out a little bit lighter and then build it up and blow it out a little bit more extreme. These shadows are so beautiful to work with. Now I'm going to pick up a BRC S08 brush, which is just a little bit more of a denser crease brush, and we're going to go into this shade right here called, ooh, where is it? Right there, called Love Letter, which is just a beautiful, like, deep berry pink. And again, we're going to start working this into the crease and outer V. And again, guys, you know how I like to do it. I like to do little circles out here, kind of buff in the product where I want it, and then drag it over. And then taking that same BRC S08 brush, we're going to go into Cypress Umber right here, which is just that beautiful chocolatey brown shade. And we're going to really concentrate that right on the outer corner there. And then once you've placed the color, again, just kind of work on blending it out. And now, again, using that same brush, we're going to go into Venetian Red. And again, we're keeping this even lower, and we're going to take this all the way across the eye. Now I'm going to go back in with that V5 brush from BH Cosmetics with no more product on it, and we're just going to blend everything out. Now I'm just taking a flat eyeshadow brush from Wet n Wild, and we're going to first pick up Primavera, which is the shade right here, and we're going to just pat that all over the lid. And then with that same brush, we're going to pick up Vermeer, which is just a pinkier champagne type of color, and pat that right over Primavera. And once we finish with that, I'm just going to pick up that BRC S08 again and just reiterate the colors in the crease and knock any of those shimmery colors off if they got too high. Now taking the little brush that comes in the palette, I'm just going to take the flat shader side, and we are going to go back into Cypress Umber. And we are just going to start patting that right on the inner corner. And then we're going to go back and do the same thing on the outer corner. And now going into Venetian Red with that same brush. Again, we're going to just start layering these colors. And now, once again, I'm going to go back in with that same brush, and we're going to go into Love Letter. And again, we're just layering it over Venetian Red and Cypress Umber. I'm just going to take it and kind of rock it back and forth to connect those shades. And I'm going to go back in with my flat shader brush and pick up a little bit more of Vermeer. And then just pat that right in the center where I want it. I'm picking up that brush that we used from the palette. Again, just placing it and wiggling it just to diffuse that line between the light shade and the deeper shades. Now we're going to kind of brighten up that inner corner, so I'm going to go back in with that V6 brush from BH Cosmetics and a little bit more of Tempera. We're just going to place this right on the inner corner to make sure it didn't get too dark and blend it up. And if you get too low or too blown out on the outer corner, I'm just picking up a little bit of Tempera on that V5 and we're just going to go around the outside and just kind of erase and lighten it up and blend it up. Alright guys, sorry, my camera cut out and I didn't realize it. I took the Milani Liquid like eyeliner pencil in black and just put that on my waterline and tight lined with it. Now I'm going to take my Jordana cat eyeliner in black leather and I'm just going to make a very, very thin line across my lash line. I'm not going to wing it out at all. This is just going to be to hide the band of our lashes. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start working on the lower lash line. And I'm just going to take a BRC S01 brush and we're going to go in, we're going to start off with Cypress Umber. And we're just going to follow that right down the lash line. Then with that same brush, we're going to pick up Venetian Red. We're just going to kind of mimic what we did on the upper lash line. And then we're going to do the same thing with Love Letter. Alright, so that looks a little messy, that's okay, because now we're going to take the V6 brush, or V5 brush again, with a little bit more of Buon Fresco, and we're going to start smoking it out. Now I'm going to pick up my BRC S06 brush, and I just picked up a little bit of Tempera, and again, we're just going to soften it up and even it out. Alright guys, now I'm just going to coat my upper and lower lashes with my Pure Cosmetics Fully Charged Mascara. Alright guys, and since we're going for a more rounded halo look today, I'm going to use my Salon Perfect 614s. I'm going to pop those on and I'll be right back. Alright guys, while my eyelash glue is drying, I'm going to go ahead and start contouring. And again, I'm just using the NYX Cheek Contour Duo in Double Date. I'm just using this contour side and on my BRC S25 brush. I'm just taking that contour straight down to the kind of to the corner of my mouth, and it's going to give me a little bit more of a thinning effect for my very round head. And I'm going to bring this up around the forehead. And just to warm that up, I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer just with the same brush. And just blend that all in. Alright, for blush today, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Blush in Fetish. And again, I'm just using that same brush. Again, focus that really on the fronts of the cheeks, apples of the cheeks. And then just to blend everything together, I'm just going to take my Ambient Lighting Powder Palette on a big fluffy brush and just buff it all in. Alright guys, for highlight today, I'm going to go into the Profusion Highlighting Powder, and I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with, actually no, I'm going to start off with light pink. And this is just an e.l.f. small taper brush. I'm going to start putting that right on the apples of my cheeks. And now I'm going to go in with White Pearl. Guys, do you see how used and abused this is? I love this palette. I'm just going to put that a little bit higher on the cheekbones, up back towards the temples. Just a subtle glow today. I don't want to be over the top with my eye makeup or my face makeup, so I thought this was a nice subtle glow. Alright guys, I'm just going to spray my face with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Alright guys, and since we've been so subtle and subdued for the rest of the look, I figure I might as well just stay on track with the lip product. So I'm going to use Wet n Wild's Mega Last lipstick in Sugar Plum Fairy. Very appropriate lipstick for the tutorial today. Alright guys, so this is a little bit pinker than I wanted it to be, so I'm going to take a little bit of Raisin. This is also a Mega Last lipstick. Alright everybody, and this is the finished look. Alright everybody, so this is the finished look using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, every time I use her palette, I just fall a little bit more in love with her shadows. I just think they're such amazing quality, and I really think this look is going to be flattering on a variety of skin tones, of eye colors, just across the board. It's a beautiful, just romantic, soft, kind of glamorous, soft glamorous look. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to check out my channel tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, for a new tutorial. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and talking about makeup with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day, have a rockin' week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.